I got all these out. I have a drawer that's filled with them, with all of these negatives. I found how many times I had to alter the photos because this isn't keeping them safe. It's not keeping them from harm. And all of those pictures that I hadn't seen, you can go to my Kathy Wolf on HSN page. I did it yesterday, and I came across a picture of my nephew who has since passed away from osteosarcoma. If that wasn't worth every dime I ever spent just to have that, but then I ran across pictures of my husband's father at our wedding, who's no longer here. His grandfather, who was playing up there and playing the clarinet at our wedding, who's no longer here. Those memories are precious. We now rely on digital. Over 800 images yesterday are now right here. I burned it to another one, I put it on my computer, and I took a whole zip drive, and I have that one in a safe. I will never lose those pictures again. Now, here's the offer that we're telling you. It's not just for this. You can do photos in here. You can also do slides in here. You can do your negatives in here. Where you can't tell what this negative looks like, it pops up on the screen and you can see it. And I can see how yellowed it has become. And I could alter that and I could change that right on the screen. The funny ones are when I put the negatives in backwards and I could see that the name across the shirt was backwards. All you do is hit a button. I don't have to take the negative out. It flips it around for you. It's so cool. Laura Leland is here today. This was $149.95 and was scheduled to go out at $149.95. We have the final 900 of these to go around. It's $89.95 just for my host pick, just while they last. Free shipping and handling and 5 flex pay, $17.99. And that flex pay expires in 36 minutes.
And I am so glad you chose this item for your host pick. Isn't that amazing?
Right 800.
Talk about that walk down memory lane. Yeah. You're making me emotional. Just talking about your journey. I went through that same journey with my family, with relatives who haven't been with us for many, many years, or my grandmother who we just lost right before my baby son was born. I actually inherited a huge box of slides from my folks, probably 2,500, 3,000 slides in this box, and I had no idea what I was gonna do with these. These were not meant to last the test of time. No. Oxidation happens, they start to fade, they start to degrade. And by the way, when you have slides, when you have negatives in your life, who's enjoying these? You're not looking at them. In a lot of cases, we don't have slide projectors anymore. You have to hold this up to a window and try to get a tiny little glimpse of what it might be. When you have the Ion, this is the easiest way for you to be able to digitize, save, preserve, and share all of those memories in your life. So take a look at what you're getting here. This is a nice portable unit. It just weighs a few pounds. You can take it to grandma's house. You can take it with you to your cousins. You're gonna be able to do this on the couch as you're watching your favorite TV show. You are not tethered to a computer at all whatsoever. You have a big, bright, beautiful 3.2-inch screen right here. We're providing you with all of the slide trays that you need, the negative trays, and you can even digitize your photographs here, 3x5, 4x6, 5x7. So take a look at this. This is one of those pictures that really took me back. It was a picture I had never actually seen before, because a lot of the images on these slides, maybe you've never even experienced in your lifetime. If you want to be your family's memory keeper, if you want to save and preserve those memories, Ion is the easiest way. So take a look at this beautiful, look at my gorgeous grandmother. This is her when she was young. This is her in a way that I never got to see her, but I want my baby son, who didn't have the chance to meet her, to see her in this light. So I'm gonna touch the scan button right here, touch the inner button right there, and now that memory has been scanned onto the memory card that you just mentioned, Kathy. You're getting that 2 GB memory card. My parents have been married over 50 years now. There are so many, I know, right? Isn't that amazing? So, yay, isn't that great? So, I mean, you don't hear about that a lot, right? You don't hear about that. And there were certain wedding pictures of theirs I had never seen before in my lifetime. But now you can take that image. You can use it to make greeting cards for their next anniversary.
They didn't print that one up because it was too expensive to print up that picture. Like, I went through all of my wedding photos. I'm like, I never saw that. Oh, that's because so-and-so's blinking over in this corner. Right, but you still look beautiful and the rest of your family. The next one, or there might have been somebody in the picture that maybe is no longer here with us. You will absolutely enjoy and love having this. Now, it took me the better part of the afternoon to go through 800 of them. I got to a point where I could lay the strip down and I could get through one strip a minute.
Right.
So I could pretty much get it through 2 strips or 3 strips every 4 minutes. So it really does. I mean,
You're
helps,
digitizing.
but I'm digitizing
quickly
all of that.
in 2 seconds each,
And
basically.
I can do it on here, but I can also do it on my computer.
Right.
So if you have like special photo editing software, things that you want to do, you can do that too. But when you put these in here, you'll actually see like sometimes the color that might be on it might be a little bit off.
Oops.
I don't know if it was the picture or what, but you can actually adjust the contrast, you can adjust the red, you can adjust the green, you can adjust the blue that's in there, and then you can also adjust, I'm assuming the top button is everything or just brightness overall.
Right.
I think it says E, so I just went everything. So it kind of does the everything. But you can go across on each one of those. And what I found is it kind of went all the way through. Look at that. So there's the little TV screen inside
TV screen. So my dad in front of an old school TV, probably, you know, one of the first ones that my family ever owned. I have a slide of that. Otherwise, I would have never seen this photograph. And here's what Kathy was talking about with your adjustment levels. You're gonna be able to adjust your red, your green, your blue. You're gonna be able to even it out if it's too light or too dark. So you can do a lot of the editing right here on the unit itself.
You can also do it black and white
Black and white if you want, absolutely. You can do some simple cropping. It's very, very easy to use. I also want to show you, if you want to use this to play back, you can actually play back and plug this into your computer, as you mentioned, plug it into a USB-enabled television set and watch your memories back on a huge screen. And then look at this. I had no idea about my grandparents, all the travel they did. They traveled so much. I want to be able to pass that on to future generations. I want to be able to capture these moments, but they're not living a life sitting in a dusty shoebox, right?
And that's where they go. Mine was in the bottom of it. It's like holds the Afghans, you know, it's like a little quilt holder.
Right.
A quilt rack, and there's a drawer in the bottom. That's where all of my negatives have been, and they have been for years. But when you find those treasured pictures and those treasured memories, there's one that it was my brother's birthday, and it was his son that passed away, and he's just like leaning up and giving him this big, huge kiss.
Aww.
These are the kind of pictures that fill your heart and make you feel joyous every single time. Maybe you miss your grandmother. Maybe you miss somebody that you absolutely love. The problem is, this is where we have all of those memories. We have them out, and we have them on these little negatives. So I put these in a bag because I want to make sure that I don't lose them. But this is where they are. They're sitting inside of here. And what I found is, I actually brought, these were the better ones. This one actually held the color a little better.
Right.
So I guess they learned that, you know, making them a little less clear. And then right here, or how about if they're just like this? You know, a scratch gets on it, it's a scratch that never goes away. So if you have these right now, and how are you holding them together? Did you put a little paper clip to hold them together? I know that's what a lot of us did. I started writing on there. I was like, okay, so this was Taylor's first birthday. And so now I know what it is.
Yeah.
But there's a picture of me and my daughter and my grandmother that's on here. And I now have that as a keepsake, and I will have that forever. And I can blow it up. I didn't realize I had the negatives. I thought it was my mom's camera and her negatives. And then when I found it, I'm like, oh, that was on my camera. And then pictures playing out at the beach. My daughter's in college. My son's going off to college tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
These are the memories that you can't get back. The only way that you have them is right here, and you have it on a piece of paper. But now, you know where I have them? I have them right here. I'm also gonna get the little thing so I can download them. I will download them all onto my iPad. So I can travel with them wherever I wanna go. I'll always have those pictures, you know, always have those memories. Here's the thing too, this could be something that they stop making. Like, I look at the memory card that I need for one of my cameras. It's not a high definition. They don't make that memory card any longer. I have to call up and special order it from a place to have it. You can't just walk in and just buy that kind of a memory card. This will also do, Laura is showing you the slides and the negatives.
Yep, slides and
negatives. But I want to show you what can happen with pictures.
Okay, so check
because
this out.
Because everybody's got that one photo that everybody wants.
Yes, oh my gosh.
But everybody's afraid to give it out.
Exactly. Well, this allows you to share.
Can I borrow that picture?
Nope.
Because
Nope.
she was worried that something could happen.
Something could happen to it. That flatbed scanner is awkward. It's hard to use. You don't know which corner to put the photograph in so that the picture comes out. If you do digitize using a flatbed scanner and you push the button, where does it end up on your computer? Does anyone ever know? With this, it's so simple and easy. So I put in a photograph. This is going to accommodate 3x5, 4x6, and 5x7. You're getting all 3 of the trays to be able to accommodate all of those size of photographs too. So this is so much faster and so much easier than using a flatbed scanner. By the way, the image quality here, 2,500 dots per inch, one of the best we have ever offered at any price. So take a look at this, 2 buttons, and I have just now scanned that photograph. But Kathy's absolutely right. When you have all of this.
That's how fast it scans, by the way.
2 seconds.
You were done.
It's
now
literally
put another
2
one
seconds.
in and then scan it again.
And then here's the, so I love this one. This is the 1970s wedding. My good friend Annie's parents. Pink wedding dress, done. So then we'll put in the next one right here.
It's now on the memory card.
On the memory card.
How many will it hold on a 2?
Thousands.
Okay.
Thousands and thousands and thousands. It depends on the quality that you put in. You can do either 5 or 10 megapixel. And in a lot of cases, the quality is going to be better on your scan than it will actually be in the photograph and the negative in the slide.
Too.
Yes. And then it's digital. So here's the thing. Like Kathy said, take it to your computer.
Yeah.
Send it to everyone in the family. Now there's no fighting over who has it. Hey, don't ever say you didn't see me naked. There it is. You know what's special about that photograph for me? My mom just handed down that blanket that I was laying on as a little tiny baby for my baby son. And I have a picture of me using it. I love that. So think about this for the memories in your life, the family members that are lost. The memories don't have to be lost. And that's the really scary thing. So many of my friends have said to me lately, I have a box of slides. I don't know what to do. I think I'm going to throw them away. And that broke my heart. I'm like, please don't throw them away. We have tools. We have devices to be able to help you digitize. The Ion is your easiest, best solution, in my humble opinion. You could spend $1 a slide having them digitized. But you know, going through those negatives, you wouldn't have wanted to spend $1 on all of them because some of them didn't turn out.
And that's the thing, when you're holding them up and you're looking at them,
you can't tell.
There were things I was like, oh, I think this is Christmas. No, it's a house.
Like it was something else, totally, right.
Anything close to that at all. It really is such a perfect piece to be able to have. It's a way to keep those treasured memories. It's $17.99. You want to give the best Father's Day gift to your dad.
Perfect.
Right here. It's okay. Let it come in just a little bit. If you have the summertime right now, my goodness gracious. So I got through about halfway through my drawer. I kept thinking I was getting close to the end.
Right.
I found cassette tapes in that drawer too. The Daz Band. Oh yeah. Seriously.
It's been a day or two, right? That's been a day or two.
So I haven't been in that drawer in a long time. But I was thinking, I could pay my son $10 an hour. To just
sit
roll
there and
through
do them all. Yeah.
And do this and download them all for you.
And he could start a little
Give
business.
them like the little summertime job.
Sure.
I'm telling you, you could start a business doing this and doing it yourself. It's therapeutic. You can watch TV. You can do whatever you need to do. We have the final 600 of these left to go around. We have 200 people calling in. That basically, in essence, leaves us just a couple hundred. The FlexPay goes away after this hour. 5 flex payments, $17.99. Remember, if you put the photo in or the negative in and it's backwards, you can reverse it on the screen.
Yep,
so
absolutely.
you can flip it. Or if you think it's just better the other way, you can do that as well. So you can mirror image it. You can also take and you can, so all you do is slide it through.
Yep.
They're up or down. You can change it. You can change the mode. You can change the colors. You can adjust the colors. But now you have it all saved right there.
It's
you can
saved
also
and preserved.
plug straight into a computer. So as you save it, you can save it right straight to your computer, or you can save it to the SD card.
Absolutely.
So you really don't even need a computer.
No computer needed
at all.
I would recommend sitting on the couch and doing it. That's where I did mine.
Take it over to your mom's house.
Exactly. Take it, to the dinner table. You can have it anywhere, really, and sit and just do this. It's so simple and easy. There are a lot of people out there that will charge you, as I mentioned, $1 a slide to be able to digitize, save, and preserve your precious memories. Don't do that. This is going to save you so much money. So here's that photo part of it again as well. But what I love about this is when you have it on that memory card, it means you can email it to the whole family. Yes. There's no fighting over who has that picture.
Oh, Throwback Thursdays are going to be fun.
Throwback Thursdays are so much fun. Exactly. Also, Facebook, all of that. And you're saving that memory, and it's not enjoying any sort of a life. Now you can make cards. Look at the Father's Day cards from some of the great old photographs. This is me and my daddy many moons ago. But look at the fun things that you can now create. If you're into crafts, this is going to be perfect for that. So many fun things that you can do. do when that image is digital. No one's enjoying
What would that cost
this.
to buy that, by the way?
I mean, right? A card out there, you know, it would cost
$3, $4, $5.
several dollars. Yeah, absolutely.
I seem to pick out the $7.99 ones.
I know.
Those are the ones
We
I
have
always
good
seem to like.
taste,
I'm like,
right?
"Oh, that's lovely. I think that one's really, really pretty. But
Yeah.
this is the fastest, easiest way. My husband actually said to me, he goes, "You are going to read the instructions, right?" As I was pulling all the pieces out of the box.
You're like, but it's so
I just
easy.
got my sample to actually play with and to do this just the other night. And he goes, and I said to him, I go, kinda.
Sorta.
And I did. Because that made it easier, honestly. But all the instructions were right there, like right as you open it up, right away. I plugged it in, put my memory card in there. So this one comes with a 2 gigabyte. I actually just went and bought a 16 because I said I don't know how many I'm actually going to use.
Sure.
And I wanted to make sure
You can
I
put
had
in
it after
anything,
the show if I had to give the sample back. So this is your way to have all of those memories and have them all stored. It's such a creative way to be able to do it. I liked just being able to see it. I took more pictures straight off of here and sent them to friends of mine. I said to my one friend, and she goes, oh, I said, I think we look better today. And it was from 25 years ago.
I'll tell you what, some of the hairstyles
I said,
that I
the
had.
picture hasn't come back yet. And she goes, oh my gosh, throw that out.
Not the most flattering thing in the whole world, right?
Sometimes they're better. You're like, oh,
I was so thin
there was
back
one I was
then,
in the
right?
bathing suit with my nephew. I'm like, dude, that's pretty cool.
You're like, that's pretty cool.
I had a kid.
Yeah.
And I was that size. I'm like, nice. Good
I
to
saw
see
some of my
those.
mom. She looked like a fashion model.
You're
I'm like, wow. My mom, she looks like Jackie O, like so stylish. It's so fun to see that. But it's great for your future generations to be able to see it as well. And that's really what makes this technology so fun. You're not letting these go by the wayside. You're not letting them disintegrate before your eyes before someone has a chance to enjoy them. You're not throwing them away. That's me. That's my parents on their honeymoon. I know. They've been married a long time. So a lot of these, you know, are many, many years old. There's me at Halloween. I mean, look at all the fun you can have when you have these images back in your life again. It could be your screensaver on your computer. You, like you said, have it on your iPad. When it's digital, you can do anything in the world with it. Put it on Facebook for Throwback Thursday. Email it to the whole family. Now it's enjoying a digital life instead of sitting in that dusty shoebox, just collecting dust. It's terrible. It's a shame, and it's a waste of memories.
Finding those parties, you know, those old parties, like I found my husband's birthday from 1995, and we were looking at those, and I was laughing because I'm like, I look really good in those photos. And then I don't drink beer. There was beer bottles everywhere. I'm like, I was the driver.
Yeah, that's why. There you go.
Great. And I see this one full wine glass sitting on the table. I'm like, yep, that was me. I was definitely the driver instead.
Oh my gosh,
now, our
so
final
funny.
quantities right now, very limited, 342. There are about 150 left with the people that are currently calling through. For me, this was really important because memories are, sometimes that's all that we have.
That's true, of loved ones,
and you just want to have those pictures. Like I said, for me, just finding that picture of my nephew, and he's sitting there and he's with this little fish and he's just kissing on this fish. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then the next picture, he's kissing on his daddy. And it's just, these are the kind of treasured memories that warm our heart. And they're the ones that make us feel good. Or maybe it's just, you know, you remember when your kids were little. I mean, my son is great, but he's an 18-year-old
He's going to college.
And he's going to college, you know?
I can't believe
When I look at him with those little curls, I'm like, that's when he used to melt my heart. This is what you have. You have all those memories, but get them out of here and get them onto that card. And then that way you can share them with everybody, share them with the whole family. Do it for your mom, do it for your dad, do it for your grandparents, do it for somebody you love. It's a really good gift. It is the final quantities right now. If you want to get yours, that FlexPay is $17.99. Goes away at the end of this hour. Hey, coming up right after the break. Thanks, folks.